The only way you're going to stop feeling depressed and actually become motivated in 2025, regardless of when you celebrate the New Year's, is if you face your fears. That's the only thing you have to do. No, this video is not going to be clickbait, and no, it's not going to be cliche. Welcome or welcome back as your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's the secret ingredient. That is the secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula. I'm just kidding. I can't actually tell you because Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob will probably feel some type of way. But that is a part of the recipe in order for you to stay motivated. Now, you're asking me, Ty Guidance, your favorite mental health specialist, how am I supposed to face my fears? In this video, we're going to go over recommendations and step-by-steps to realize and understand where these limited beliefs have been programmed from, where they stem from, and most importantly, how's it affecting you. So I need you to get a pen and paper and write this information down, or verbally pause and respond as I'm making this video in the comment section. The first thing you have to do in order for you to stay motivated is to realize what it is that you want. Now, disclaimer, if you're new here, it's important that you check out the 30-day challenge of being consistent. I made it into a playlist because in order for you to be motivated, in order for you to be consistent, in order for you to be successful, you have to be committed. And you need to watch these videos because they're broken down step by step of the importance, as well as what you can do to be in alignment of what it is that you're asking for. But back to the video for today. What do you want? The reason why you need to know what you want is because everything that you do to stay motivated has to be intentional, has to be in alignment of what it is that you're asking for. So if you are trying to stay motivated and go to the gym, but you're eating cookies, or you're not exercising, or you're surrounding yourself with people who are not encouraging you to stay consistent and fit and healthy, you may start to feel discouraged. You may start to feel unmotivated, or you may feel like you're lazy and you're not. We need to know what your desires are so we can be intentional about our actions, our behaviors, our mindsets, and our focus. The second thing you have to do once you understand what it is that you want is understand why do you want it. This is going to be similar to the videos in the playlist, but briefly it ties in, so make sure you're taking your notes. The reason why you need to know why is because, once again, when you are focused and you're intentional about what it is that you want and you understand why you want it, you are going to start making the necessary changes. Now, the third thing, you have to make sure when it comes to you being motivated, you have a simple, practical, and realistic to-do list or task that you have to complete. So if your goal was to clean your house in the month of January, you have to make sure that you break down your schedule, your routine, that you can actually apply yourself in ways to start manifest, to start having results. You are not going to be able to clean your whole house in a day. So you have to be able to realistically break it down, get a schedule, get a planner, and write down what you're able to do. You have to be specific about the time, the energy, and the effort. Now, once you know what it is that you want, once you know why you want it, we have to ask ourselves, why are we afraid to accomplish the goal? This is where the video starts to get good. Why are you afraid to accomplish the goal? Now, this may take more time, obviously, as I'm making this video right now, but after this video is over with, rewatch it as many times as you need to, but you need to internalize and process why you're afraid to clean your house. Of course, this sounds like common sense. Common sense is not common to everybody. Number 3, why are you afraid? And I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over again because that's what's going to help you grow. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? And number 4, which are going to be similar, what are you afraid of? Now, you may ask myself, Ty, why would I be afraid to clean my house? Why would I be afraid to clean my room? I don't know. You have to tell me. You have some type of limited mindset. You have some type of blockages that's stopping you because you've seen people clean, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, on television, or people you know around you clean before. So why can't you do it? And a lot of times it could be because, subconscious beliefs, conscious beliefs, meaning what we were programmed as children, what we were exposed to at our early ages in adult years, what you grew up in your environment, what you were taught, or maybe what you weren't taught. You need to know why you are afraid and what it is that you're afraid of. Because once you know what it is that you're afraid of, once you know why it scares you, Then we can go to the fifth thing, which is coming up with solutions. But until we get into the solutions, we need to know why you're afraid. So an example, a realistic goal that I get a lot of times from you guys interacting, engaging here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, which will be down in the description, make sure you follow me, is basically healing yourself. Why is it so hard to let go of the past version of yourself? Just from observation and working with you guys, I've noticed a lot of people are afraid to let go of their past because that's all they've been exposed to. That's all they've been familiar with. A lot of people do grow up in dysfunction. A lot of people do grow up in broken homes, in corruption, in confusion, and were never taught love, or were never shown love, or were never able to express love or have emotional intelligence or talk about their feelings or vulnerability. It was a sign of weakness. So if you grew up in a household where you're being abused emotionally, mentally, even physically, people were dysfunctional, it was chaotic, you may not feel safe, you may not feel heard, you may be insecure. Like, there's a lot of reasons that are stemmed to it, whether it's psychologically, mentally, spiritually, intuitively, physically, financially. So it's just like, you have to be able to sit with yourself and face your fears. Now, of course, when you face your fears in the beginning, like I said, if you've never done this before, it's unfamiliar. But you have to look your fears in the face and say, we're not going into 2025 with that energy. We're not going to go with that energy for the rest of our lives. We did not come to this green earth to be worried and to be afraid. No ma'am, no ham, or no turkey. Red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish. Shout out to Dr. Seuss, okay? It's 2025. It is no reason to be afraid. You need to take your time. And that's the sixth thing. Once we go over the solutions, I'm going to skip over that because everything else up until that is important. You cannot be afraid to take your time. You have to stop comparing yourself to people. It sounds easier said than done. It is. You know why? You're the only person who is keeping up with people who are not contributing into your life. As your favorite mental health specialist, everybody is being held accountable. So if you don't want to be held accountable, send this and share this video to somebody who is. Nobody is waiting for you. I'm not waiting for you, because if I wasn't your favorite mental health specialist, if I wasn't your real rich auntie in real life, if I didn't love myself the way I love you guys, I would sit here and lie to you. I would enable you and just, it's okay. No, you need people who are going to be transparent or blunt, which is just reality, which is the truth. The truth has no feelings. Now, if you get your feelings hurt, that's on you and you need to work on that. That's a different topic for a different video, but it's just like, no, as grown adults, we're going to say things with our chest. We're going to mean what we say. We're going to watch what we say and how we say it, but the truth needs to be exposed. You need to stop comparing yourself. You're watching people who don't do anything for you. You surround yourself with people who are not showing up for you, but you want to sit here and cry. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You cannot sit here and watch people live the lives that they want if you're not taking notes, if you're not being inspired, or if it's not contributing and reminding you it's possible for you. If you're not looking at it as something that you're capable of and you have negative energy, how is that going to help you? How is that helping you? Or how has that helped you? How has it helped you to watch people do the things that you want to do and you haven't done anything, or you have something negative to say? I'll wait. Okay, so because we're here to expose the truth and we're being accountable and we're going to face our fears, we got to stop worrying about things that are not contributing to ourselves. So the time and energy that you pour into watching and doing stuff that has nothing to do with what you want, you need to start making time to figure out what it is that you're afraid of and where these fears are stemming from. Did somebody tell you something that you were little and it stuck with you for the rest of your life? Were you bullied? Like, you cannot be afraid to talk about the trauma that you've experienced, because that's the only way you're going to overcome it. Like, the fears are attached to trauma, because if not, if you were confident, if you were assured yourself, you would not doubt yourself. You wouldn't second guess yourself. And once again, everyone doesn't have the resources and the tools, so it's no rush. You can't just make something happen if you don't know where to go or what to do. So it's really imperative you take your time. And like I said, you're surrounding yourself with people who want to appreciate you, who want to educate with you, and who are going to be honest with you. Like, this type of vibes, my content is for the mature audience, and mature audience doesn't have a specific age. I mean, legally on YouTube, you must be like 18 years old, okay? But you just have to know that now is not the time to be doubting yourself. You've been doubting yourself up until now. Don't you think you should at least try? And that's what we're going to end off the video with before we come up with the solutions, which will probably be in part 2. You need to try. You need to try. You need to try to see if it's for you or if it's not. So therefore, at least when you try, you know how it affects you or what you need to do or what you need to stop. My camera got cut off. But you need to try so you're able to see like what's working and what's not working. And most importantly, you have to learn. You have to learn how to overcome your fears. Like, I'm speaking from experience. It takes trial and error. That's the purpose of trials and tribulations. You are not meant to be stuck forever. Now, when we are overcoming our fears, we need to make sure we are affirming ourselves, whether that's verbally or physically, like you're writing down sayings, you're looking up quotes, right? You're saying them out loud. But the only way this is going to be effective is if you're putting in the work. So when you have your days when you're not 100% like committed, or maybe you're tired, you either have to decide, am I going to rest? Am I going to grieve? Or am I going to have to affirm myself? Am I going to have to push myself? Because some days are going to seem more longer than others. Some days may be a little bit more easier than others. It just depends on how we feel. The 24 hours is still going to be the 24 hours at the end of the day. The time's going to go by regardless. So when you have your days and you're not sure, you have to be able to be present. You have to learn how to be present. You have to realize, okay, as I'm trying, as I'm learning a new language, as I'm learning a new skill, as I'm learning to be a mom, as I'm learning to be a content creator, as I'm learning to be a business owner, whatever it is, that it requires you to be in the moment. It requires you to understand, like, okay, this is how this is affecting me. Do I really like how I'm feeling right now? Or is this something, I need to give myself a break? Like, once you are able to identify how you feel, what's going on, what you have control over, and what your weaknesses are, you can start making improvement. I don't remember what I was saying up until this point, but I think I'm going to end off the video. Let me know if you guys are ready for part 2, which are going to be the solutions on how to face your fears. And if you're new here, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance. If you guys have questions, comments, and concerns, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you're commenting down below. All social medias, once again, will be down in the description box below. Follow me on my Instagram and on TikTok. I'll be going live answering comment, questions, and concerns that I get daily. You can DM me or you can head to my website at tyguidancethissummer.com. Of course, on social media, the energy does have to be up here because I'm also your motivational teacher, aka your favorite rich auntie. But when it comes to the sessions, I'm your mental health specialist, naturopathic physician. So the energy is going to be more intimate because I understand it could be scary facing your fears, but as your favorite mental health specialist, girl, get it out. We just have to face our fears, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to overcome your fears, because the people who are talking about you, they don't matter. We're not even going to be worried about people, places, and things that are not contributing to our lives because you're getting distracted. When you worry about haters and who's talking about you, nobody cares about them. Let's be for real. It's 2025. Nobody cares about you. You're not important. If you're not supporting, if you're not contributing, nobody cares about you. Nobody has time. The time is going to go by, okay? But as well as on Instagram and on TikTok, you guys can vote on my stories as well as the community section here on YouTube about what you want me to talk about and what you want me to go over and discuss if I haven't already. And feel free to ask questions. If you're watching these videos, make sure you guys are engaging because we need to see what topics we're interested in. If not, I'm just going to continue to go off of based on what I've received in the comment section. And of course, anything that I feel like is imperative based off of the engagement that you guys have been showing me. So thank you to everyone who is liking the videos. Thank you to everyone who is sharing the videos. You guys are very thoughtful, loving beings, and mucho te amo, mi amores. I'm really excited for this year because we're changing our mindsets, we're changing our behaviors, and we're facing our fears, and we're taking each day for what it is. It's no reason to be afraid, because once you let go of the illusions of the fear, you'll be able to do the things that you want to do, and you won't be so stuck in the past, okay? Love you, bye.